It is now time, after grinding Ham up to level 50, to evolve. Ham will now become a Ludicolo. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Colosseum Randomizer. So everybody, please meet our little Tad, Ham. It was that or it's gonna be Hat, so I literally just did like flip a coin and the name ended up being Ham. So here we are. So happy to finally have one. I've always wanted to have a Ludicolo, specifically in Pokémon Colosseum. And now with that out of the way, we are now going to enter the Colosseum and we fight Venus and Ein. So we'll see how those go. Of course, Ludicolo is now level 50, so it might be targeted, but I'm not exactly sure yet, because in Mount Battle, I think it was only 2 Pokemon out of, I want to say 20 or to 30 trainers that actually wanted to target Ham. But hello, bodybuilder Varug with the Dusclops and Magmar. Okay, not too bad of a start, because unless Dusclops for some reason is Dark type in this game, we should actually be able to hit it with Extraordinary, and I know that's not what the name's actually called, extrasensory, but I always read it as Extraordinary, and I don't know why. So, okay, see how much damage this does against it? Ooh, it's a pretty good amount. Of course I didn't KO it, but still. Magmar, okay. So Ham is taking a beating. I was worried that it was going to be one-shotted, but then I missed. That is unfortunate, but now Vital Throw against who, though? Ham, wow, okay. Ham is a beefy. I was surprised that all of a sudden they are actually trying to target him. I still don't understand what the targeting system works in this game when it comes to NPCs. But you know what? I ain't complaining. Both of those could be very terrifying against Dio as well. But thank you, Dio, for taking care of that, and hopefully Ham is going to be able to actually hit this Magmar now, as long as it doesn't get killed. Very, very close. And one thing in Mount Battle, got very close to KOing Ham, he just barely survived with 2 health points. That fight was like, whoo! I was very surprised that it actually survived. And now I'm going to switch it out to Ice Cube, because why not? I could just heal the Pokemon, but at least unlike Relevant Tower Colosseum, we actually get healed up between battles, so I don't really want to waste Hyper Potions or Max Potions. We don't have any full restores, so instead full potions. But still, like max resource apparently restores, and aha, I figured you would try to fight us, buddy. And unfortunately for you, we're now going to use Trap Hammer on you, if not Atusa on you. So out of the way, you're getting out of here. Get out of here, Magmar. Oh, the X for eye is one of the few Pokemon that actually have X's. Usually they're either swirls or you just eyes closed. So does that mean Magmar's pupils are actually his eyelids? Oh well, apparently he forgot to focus on winning, but you know what, it's fine. It was a good fight, man. He almost killed my Pokemon. And now on to the next one, Chateau. Did you really come all the way down here just to lose? I mean, Chateau, I assume you probably heard that I already, won 2 of them, so who's to say you're gonna stop me now? With your Ninjask. I mean, if it was a Shedinja, that would be a little bit more intimidating, but even then, we still have super effective moves against it, so all in all, it's really not that bad. Because we got a Fire Punch, because I'm curious to know how much damage it will take. Ooh, goodbye Cyndaquil, adorable little thing. I absolutely love Gen 2 starter Pokemon. I'd say Gen 2 and Gen 3 probably have my favorite Gen Pokemon starters, words are hard. The comment question of today with who always one-shotting that ninjas there. Good job, Ham. What is your favorite starters? Or what's your favorite starter? There's a few of them, but for me, I think Blaziken is probably my favorite. Okay, apparently that terrified the game enough that it just wanted to lag there. I was like, whew, I thought it was gonna crash there for a second. But no. Blaziken and Marshtomp for sure. I've always gone with Mudkip because I love Marshtomp. But Blaziken is also freaking cool at the same time. And goodbye, little buddy. I don't know why I decided to use his superpower. Was it Super Punch? Because I got Fire Punch in my brain now. But goodbye, Ninjask. You were terrifying with your Earthquake, but thankfully you didn't kill any of our Pokemon. I was so super happy to finally get a Ludicolo. Again, I love Ludicolo. I see you're good enough to get down here. I mean, thank you. I also just got a disc. So why is nobody thinking of how we even got down here? I'm simply not about to lose. I mean, sure, Zogo. I mean, 2 out of 4 people already defeated, and you think you can defeat me? I mean, good luck, I suppose. Just you with your beautiful Mr. Mime. And Seadra, was it Sea King? Yeah, let's say this is Sea King. Okay, Seadra, that's what I thought. I tend to get Sea King and Seadra mixed up, but I don't really know why. I don't know why it's so laggy today. Not for the heck of it, I want to know how much extra sensory will do against that. Now I'm also going to switch out Man now because it's gonna be easier to take care of this Kingdra here. Get out of what? The highest levels. All the other Pokemon are level 69. But I just wanted to catch up a Pokemon fairly quickly. Okay, actually it's not too bad. I was hoping it would do a little bit more, but it's actually within the amount that I thought it was going to do, so I ain't complaining. I mean, okay with your invasiveness. I don't think it's gonna do that much of a difference. And now I'm actually curious to know who's going to be faster between Dio and Man. Because Man at this point, until possibly now, has actually been the highest speed out of all of them. But Dio, even just in level 50, started being the fastest. Like, dang, I'm very curious to know the stats between all the Pokemon now. Because I just briefly looked at them not that long ago, but it's also a few days ago. So it's been long enough that I just haven't checked the stats since both leveling Dio and Ham up. I'm also probably going to call Ham Hat occasionally because I was really tempted to really just nickname Ham and Hat, or Ham or Hat. But like, that's kind of a ridiculous name to call it. Okay, now just to get this guy out of the way, and Lapras is just still gonna be hit with a Thunder Punch. Also, thank you Seadra for poisoning Man. But that's okay. I kind of expected it, because I know it's a 50-50 chance of Seadra's having the ability? I think it would be, I don't think it's a hidden ability, but the ability for sure to be able to poison it. I don't remember what the ability is called, but I was very surprised to get poisoned by Seadra randomly one time. I was like, dang, okay, this is just where we are now. Okay, goodbye, Mr. Mime. You were actually a tough cookie. And adorable too. Now it's just to get this Lapras out of here. And I probably could have also gotten a Ham back in here, because it is Ice type, so we could have just used the Fire Punch against it as well as a Thunder Punch. Which I think is funny how there's Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. I don't think there's any Water Punch. Feels like there should be.
I would believe this happened.
Okay, whatever you do, sometimes you just have to acknowledge that you got defeated, okay? And hello, Venus? Yes, okay. I was pretty sure I went in order because we got Mirror B. I wasn't Minor B. We got Mirror B. We got Dakin, not Duking. Venus and Ein. And then I think the next episode, or really depending on how quickly Ein gets defeated, will be the Deep Sea King, which isn't a Cypher admin as far as I know of, which I think is really funny because this Colosseum was made for, also from, the group, the four of them. So I guess technically he could be a honorary admin. Yeah, no, it's a Clefable, despite you not even targeting the Clefable. Whatever. And that was a risk I was willing to take. I was hoping that Ham would be able to ignore the affection against it, but oh well. It is what it is. Now it's time for good old Ice Cube again. Clefable just barely. I oftentimes forget how beefy Clefables are. Same with Chansey, Pokemon that has the egg in its pouch. And still in love, but still going to use Mega Kick against itself, I guess. So I'm sorry, how many you had to knock out your love? It's so cute though. Like, bye. I also just realized Chansey technically has tiny little wings. I don't know why that makes me really happy, but it makes me really happy. Tyrogue again! Hariyama. Seems to be a lot of Tyrogues. And Hariyamas, actually. These two Pokemon I've actually seen the most out of all of them. Now I don't really know what I want to use. Let's just use Fire Punch, because it seems to be the one that is going to hit the most, not necessarily the hardest. Is, a Mega Kick. Mega Kick, yes, Mega Kick, not Mega Punch. Sorry guys, I had to think there for a second. It does hit really hard, but since it does hit really hard, it seems to have the least accuracy, I think, out of all the moves that we actually have on us. But okay, so maybe, just maybe, let's just see how much Heat Wave does against the Jirachi. So I think I might actually just send up Poppy now, because that Jirachi, the only weakness that it has aside from the fire is going to be ground. And this Fire Punch could do a lot of damage, but I also don't know how beefy this thing is. And holy guacamole and cheese, I'm sorry Ice Cube, you almost got KO'd there. That actually gave that like the butterfly in the stomach kind of feeling that you get from like the woo. I'm sure y'all know that feeling. Okay, so it doesn't actually do that much of a attack. Okay, I gotta take care of you now, Hariyama. I don't know what you're going to set up, but you're kind of terrifying with setting up that defense and stuff there. So, Poppy, please come hit us so you can KO this Jirachi, but also so you can help out. I guess with the Hariyama, but I think the Hariyama could just be taking care of Sky Attack. So long as it hits, but also you are saving Ice Cube from potentially getting KO'd, but hopefully then the Jirachi doesn't smack us with that move again, because it's okay. Whew. Oh, we should be good then. It's like it could. Oh, it's super effective. Okay, never mind. It did hit it with the same move. But thankfully, Poppy and Rob both have much higher defense, because Ice Cube looks like it's more of like a sponge. I wouldn't necessarily say that he is a tank. Which I guess in terms of, games like, I don't know, Overwatch, he would be a tank because he just will absorb all the bullets and stuff like that. Because he's not necessarily the strongest in special attack and I guess physical attack. I don't know why would I call it attack. But now it's just time to take care of this Jirachi because it is terrifying getting Poppy down real close. So please heal this Jirachi for your own sake, Poppy, but also for Ice Cube's sake. So 3 times, but I got it down pretty low. So Rob should actually be able to take care of this thing then. So I would use Earthquake. But okay, you know what? 3 moves. Thank you, Venus. That helps us a lot. Instead I could use Earthquake to kill the Jirachi, but it could also potentially kill Poppy. So we don't have any Pokemon that have Levitate, unfortunately, so I don't think that would be a very good idea. Unless it just so happens to be like the last resource or something like that. And now you're healing your Pokemon, I'm going to heal my Pokemon. Did I just say healing or hearing as well? I ain't gonna question it. I just want to get this Jirachi down because it almost killed Ice Cube and Poppy both. So please do us all a favor, Jirachi, and please get killed. Only 2 times, dang it. No, this is kind of off topic, not super off topic. Venus's dress kind of looks like it has ice on it. Like, I know it's supposed to be crystals of some kind. Like, they're very beautiful, but maybe the art is ice. I kind of like to imagine that every now and then she just has to switch out giant ice chunks. I mean, considering they're probably rich people, and I know that there's, at least in films, a lot of rich people have ice sculptures of themselves. It feels like Venus, out of all of them, would have an ice figure of themselves. I mean, maybe Mirror B, considering he has Minor B, and other people that do follow him, so who knows? Big Money and Team 44. I'm just gonna keep our party out. Oh yeah, I'll also switch our PDA. So first, let's just see what we get for the TM. We have all of these. It looks like we got Hate Attack. That's not too bad. I might teach that to one of our Pokemon. Not sure. But now let's see what we get as an email. Deacon from Net from the Under.
This is Dot. I've slowly been getting more information about the trainer in DK. He apparently uses a shadow Pokemon Shuckle. He could.
Sorry, it's like the fact that he has Shuckle. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Shuckle, but I expected it to be some other Pokemon.
He could be very tenacious.
Also, before we go into this next Colosseum, this is going to be a hydration check, because I gotta drink some water here, so if you haven't drank any water or something that could help hydration, please do that now. It's important. Alright, who's fighting us first? Droog!
I hear there's some kind of bad trouble on top.
I didn't even get to really read what he says down at the bottom, but that's okay. I guess we're the trouble at the top. So cute! I forgot it was a Gen 3 Pokemon. Just like I forgot that Murkrow doesn't actually have an evolution until that Murkrow Platinum, if I remember correctly, I think Gen 4. I want to say Gen 3, but I don't think Murkrow's actually in any Gen 3 games. But regardless, we should be able to take care of these. Also, now that Smeargle's out, actually, one thing that I was going to bring up is the fact that Smeargle in any other game except for, I think, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, has a green tail. No, it has a red tail here. So when I first saw it in this randomizer, I thought it was a shiny. But nope, it's just a complete opposite. Because I got so used to seeing it in Emerald with this green tail, I was like, oh, that's a shiny one. And I was like, no, there's a lot more Smeagol's with red tails, so it can't be. Like, I don't know why I decided to change that. Like, why didn't it just keep it with a red tail throughout the different games? But, you know, it is what it is. I just wanted to bring that up. see if anybody else had either noticed that or actually has an answer of why they just got switched around. Like, for all I know, it could have been just like an accidental coding glitch that they maybe just like, you know what, whoops, we just totally forgot to make this not shiny in this game, or something like that. Ooh, and then sparse. Oh, then sparse? I'm pretty sure it's sparse. Whoa, Ham! You're faster than Dio, or is it just because Artusa is one of those ones that will have a higher chance of going first? I don't think so, considering Ice Cube has been side by side with different Pokemon before, and he's been using Artusa the most. And oh, that's fine, it's just what it is. Dusclops, are you really just going to be getting killed by your own ship damage? By fire? Unless for some reason he just heals. Okay, Earthquake. Please don't kill our Pokemon. Very close. Okay, how are you going to be able to? Okay. Oh, that Dusclops is also pretty tanky. Ooh, yes, let's go, Dio. I'm glad that you got that. So it wasn't super effective, but you know what, that's fine. Oh, 7 Dusclops. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure in future generations, ghosts end up becoming super weak against ghost type. No dark type. You can't well, you could technically use psychic against dark types, but it won't do anything. It's like using ghost against normal and normal against ghost. So not 100% sure why, because dark type is super effective against psychic. I always thought it was the other way around, but it's not. I never quite understood the reason. Okay, please! Okay, thank you. I'm glad that Poppy was able to survive. So good to know that next time I get Robin here and want to use Earthquake, then need not be afraid. Use Earthquake. But then again, I'm pretty sure Rob is a lot more stronger than the Dunsparce here, but you would be surprised. I mean, sometimes the strongest Pokemon end up being like Pichu or Clefairy or something like that. Like Pokemon you would not expect to be so hard hitting, but somebody puts all the marbles into it. But thank you, Drake, for the fight.
What's us? This is a major problem.
I mean, okay. We're on the 4th Colosseum, dude. What did you expect?
You're surprised to see a kid. Were you surprised to see a kid like me down here?
Oh, finally somebody acknowledged that rollerblade boys are also boys. Because a rollerblade boy in Pirate Town, it's like, time to fight this little boy, but like, I'm pretty sure you're younger than Wes or Almond in our case. I still don't know why I decided to call our people here Lemon and Almond. It's just the first thing that came to mind. Ooh, goodbye, Doug Trio. Must have Doug Trio. I don't know why. My brain just read the D instead of a T. Ooh, about to. Okay. Now we don't need to worry about switching out our Pokemon because our Pokemon are super effective against both leaders that are on the battlefield. And Ham is also hard hitting. We really gotta check the stats to see the stats between them. Because even just before evolving Ludicolo, or evolving Ham into Ludicolo rather, his stats were, most of them were more weakly than attack and defense and stuff like that. But at least 2 of the stats were very even between the rest of them. And of course, when you evolve, the stats are going to be higher as well. Okay, so we're definitely outspeeding this thing. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of moves here. because I know that both of them are going to miss. So I know it's very little moves could actually... Oh, cool. It missed, okay. And using Extraordinary against... Extraordinary now, apparently. Extraordinary, that's just what I'm gonna call the move. I know what the move is, but it is in habit of saying that. And I use that move against it, but goodbye, Igglybuff. Igglybuff, not Igglypuff. They say there are very few moves that can still attack Pokemon that have used Fly and or Bounce. I don't quite remember what moves those are. I'm sure some of y'all know that. It's just I haven't really encountered much Pokemon that actually want to use Fire or Bounce. You see, you won't lose. And yet we got here. Like, all of these trainers are super cocky. Like, at least not, well, not all of them. There's obviously the roller boy. It's like, you're surprised to see a boy like me down here? Also, roller boy, no, I'm not surprised to see a boy down here. Like you down here. Okay. So now, let's see here. I don't think it would transform by using non-weather moves, but me is curious to know if it will. So I don't think to click on the will if to get hit by a move. Because what I'm thinking is just to set up fire and then use Artusa. Oh, the ducky Pokemon. Okay, that did not do a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. Oh, but it did get burned, okay. So this die, I didn't think it would transform. I mean, that would be interesting, but it is a weather Pokemon after all. So maybe this time... maybe not. I think we just take care of this Golduck first, and then we should be able to easily take care of this Castform here. I really want to use Dragon Claw, but I know it won't do a lot of damage, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And the Bubble Beam. You know, right? You would think it would have to move us a little bit higher, but my goodness, Bubble Beam did a lot of damage. Dang, it missed. But that's okay. Just always chip damage that we're going to take. Also, just it feels like these battles in comparison to last episode are going a whole lot smoother and so much more quicker. It's like, dang. I don't think it's because of the levels or anything of our Pokemon, but hey, you know what, I'm complaining. Okay, now it's just to take care of you, Golduck, my dear. And for once, it's actually smart that it is wanting to fight Golduck, because I'm pretty sure I'm actually just gonna double check, because I could actually potentially heal a Pokemon. Let's see, its ability. Swift Swim, raises speed and rain. Okay, no. I know sometimes the Ludicolos do heal with water moves, but we ain't got rain, so I don't really want to test that right now and accidentally KO Ham with using Crab Hammer. Because it's like, he's the little deal is they're making a cannon. It's like definitely one of our glass cannons, which I still think is really funny that we replaced our glass cannon bonnet with the glass cannon Deoxys. But okay, now it's time to fight good old Ein. Hello, my dude. You're already at the powder, already in fighting stance. You just give up to you. I'll make it to thwart worthy of Cypher as whatever he said. But Ein, remember, I fought you 3 times. 2 other times. This is the 3rd time. You think you're gonna win this time? I mean, sure, it's potential, but highly unlikely. Also, I love how we both have Deoxys. Unfortunately, though, we don't actually have any super effective moves against it. Let's just bring up Poppy. I kind of feel like it, because if it does have an electric type move, by electric I mean psychic type move, it won't affect Poppy. And even if it does have an electric type move actually, and it decides to target Poppy, or Ham, then we shouldn't burn. Ooh, yes, let's go! One-shotting the Ariados. Cat out of here, we just gotta get this Deoxys out, because these Deoxys is kind of terrifying. I need arena, okay, well, looks like I'm going to keep out Dio so we can potentially one-shot. Dang, okay, that's... Hopefully Sandstorm doesn't KO Dio, okay. I got it, didn't. God, that's terrifying, though. Oh, we could potentially one-shot this Need Arena, so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, maybe I should switch out Man here so we can get that. Deoxys, what do you have cooking up for yourself? I'm terrified. You almost one-shotted us. So now I'm gonna switch out to Man though, so that we can take care of this caravan. And you know what, let's just see how much Rock Tomb does against Deoxys. Get X-Speed, okay, well you're wasting a turn. It's very terrifying that you're setting up, clearly. Gotta give it to Cypher admins. They're actually very smart NPCs. They actually set themselves up. Rock Tomb? Okay, apparently it was also a glass cannon. Goodbye, Deoxys. You're terrifying. Little... big thing. Thank you for not killing Dio, though. Butterfree, okay. I see you. Now I just want to switch out to Rob, but I'm gonna keep up Poppy anyways, because Poppy, unless for whatever reason she misses the Butterfree, should be able to one-shot it with Rock Tomb. Or Rock Side. Pretty sure we have Rock Tomb. It's just one of those days where I'm reading things but my brain isn't quite processing what I'm reading. So I do have a processing disorder, so sometimes I can very clearly read out what's in front of me, other times I'm like, nope, okay, there's Rock Tomb. I was remembering things correctly. Haha! And goodbye, Caravana. We are going to get hit now by its skill? I think, no, it's skin. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was skills or rough skin. It's been a while since I've bought a Caravana. Or its evolution. And goodbye, Butterfree. Again, very quick fights. Like, we're 35 minutes in, almost 36. Just about 36 minutes in, which will actually be... now, an unbelievable power. Fine. Like I said, we already fought you twice. That was the third battle, what did you expect? But yeah, obviously it went by a lot quicker than before. Less money. I don't really know what the money difference is. But see, this one is Twister. Okay, that's actually a good move. I might get Ham to learn that move. But now let's see what the PDA message has for us though. Deep King, not from the under.
This is Nut. There's rumors that the Deep King is entering the knockout tourney at Deep Colosseum. Almond, you got to enter too. And show his highness.
Yes, that was my plan in the first place. But that is what we will do in the next episode. Because I do want to level up Ham a little bit more. But first, before we end off, so I do... the ball words are, I'm gonna check the stats of the Pokemon. Okay, so let's just see. Breeze is looking up HP just very quickly. Ooh. See, the HP is barely different, so 2 glass cannons, technically 3. Okay, so yeah, Ham, in comparison, it's actually not that bad. It's catching up very quickly. It's only, what, 52? So just a couple of levels. Who knows what it's gonna be like. But yeah, anyways, with that then, I think we will leave it here. In the next episode, we are going to fight the Deep King. And I think there's another little bit of the after story that's going on there too. But we'll see. I don't remember when that starts. If you know, you know. But until then, Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Slap the subscribe button. Sit that link down in the comments down below. Do what you do, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.